Hey guys, Jason Sensational here, and today I'm sharing with you guys a deck guide for one of my personal favorite archetypes, and that is Riven with Overwhelm cards, or some just cheesy combo card where you're trying to kill your opponent from a very high health total with just these big Overwhelm or Elusive units now that we have the card Ambush. It's a really fun deck and to play, and I hope you guys also enjoy too. So without further ado, let's jump into the guide and then go over some games. So let's talk about the deck list, where it's kind of been, because I have posted something about this list in the past. We've gotten a few new tools that really help us out. The first card obviously being Lost Souls, a great card that we can discard and cycle through our deck because we are running cards like Zana Urchin and Rummage, as well as Get Excited, just to not only give us a little bit more value, but also having that 4/3 challenger. Great Physician kind of fits that role pretty similarly, as it's just a good 2-mana 2/2 that also helps us to cycle a unit, which can also be our champion and look for our win conditions down the line as well. Rune Reckoner was a pretty decent add, as it allows us to combo off even harder once we stick off a really big unit with either like Quick Attack, even like Elusive or Overwhelm, and just get another free attack with it for very cheap cost. And then finally, one of the newest cards as an ambush, it reads give a unit +2/+0 this round, as well as Elusive if you added 2 cards to your hand, and you can stick this on a Vi, you can stick this on a leveled Riven, and then the buff doubles as well. So it's a very good card just to pose as an additional threat to the opponent for very cheap mana. Otherwise, we have some of the Reforge cards to get us that Blade Fragments, because those are what are going to be enabling us to combo off and kill our opponent. Other than that, we have 3 copies of Get Excited and Survival Skills, as well as 3 copies of Portal Cannon, Ballistic Bot, and some other things just to serve as a nice core to our deck. So if you guys are unfamiliar with how this deck works, let's go over the combo and some of the cards associated with it. This is going to be mostly a champion-centric deck, because our champions are going to be the cards that benefit the most from our buffs, namely the Blade Fragments. Usually the Overwhelm one is the most important, just because that's the one that allows us to push a lot of damage, but also the Blade of Exile, which is just a really strong card overall to help us close out games. We have Ambush, just to set up separate threats, so we can have one Overwhelm threat and then one Elusive threat, and just kind of fork our opponent's removal. And to back it all up, we do have Survival Skills, which can be discarded at burst speed to protect one of our units. As a backup, we have Ballistic Bot, where if we don't draw the champions that we need, this can kind of serve as a pseudo finisher of itself, because with each Blade Fragment we play, it also buffs the Ballistic Bot, and Ballistic Bot can size up pretty well as well. Rune Reckoner finally is sort of an over the top, if you will, so if one attack doesn't do, we can stick this onto another card, maybe like a Vi that's been given the blade, and just be able to finish the opponent on a second swing that is going to be very hard to stop if they couldn't stop the first one. And then just in general, I want to put this out there because this is a very important concept for anyone who wants to get really good at playing combo decks like these. You have to be very deliberate with your turns and your mana. So you want to be planning out 2-3 turns in ahead what cards you want to play, and then thinking about what turn you want to combo off and try to end the game, what cards you need to play before then, what cards you need to play on the turn, and how much mana that's going to need. Because this deck can go very fast. You can aim to set up lethals as soon as turn 5, even like turn 6 or 7, and because your champions cost relatively high amounts of mana, being 3 for Riven and 5 for Vi, you need to think very hard about how much mana you're going to need to spend on units like that, as well as how much mana you need to spend on your combo cards. So it's very important to think ahead. And then finally, planning out how much mana you need for your combo. In order to get to the blade, if you want to, stick 2 units with essentially the blade buff, we need to spend 4 mana by itself, with 3 blade fragments costing 1, and then 1 for the blade. And then if we also want to play a card like Ambush, that costs 2 mana. And then if we need to, say, play Survival Skills, and we only have Get Excited or Rummage to discard it, that's going to be an additional 2-3 mana. finally, if we need to play Ruined Reckoner to close out the game as well, that's an additional 4 mana. So it's very important to keep track of your mana. Not only are we very tight on mana because of how fast our combo goes off and how many pieces we need to play before we can kill our opponent, but we also need to save up a good amount of mana to plan out how to kill our opponent on the turn that we pop off, and how much mana we need to save to protect our units as well. So very important concepts that I will try to explain my best in the games that you guys will be watching later on. And let's finally talk a little bit about the matchups, because right now I think this deck is actually pretty decent, and I'll give you a few reasons. Against a lot of the aggro decks, Ziggs Poppy is a slight exception just because of how much burn they have and how our deck has 0 healing. This matchup's quite difficult, I'd say pretty even. We do have tools such as the Twin Blade Revenant, we have the survival skills that really swing tempo, and if we can stabilize early board, because we do have our fair share of early units, then we can keep our health total high and then combo off and kill our opponent. Because their deck doesn't interact very well with our board, we generally have a pretty uninteractive combo that they can't really stop. And now, moving on to a deck like Ping City, which is a Twisted Fate Gangplank Bandle City deck. This deck is also a very similar matchup for Ziggs Poppy. The exception is there's less burn, so our clock to kill us is going to be slower, giving us a little bit more time. And very importantly, to separate a deck like Ping City to a deck like Raven Caitlyn, for example, is the fact that all of their removal cards are reliant on dealing damage, meaning that if we have survival skills, they can essentially never kill our units. And this is a very important factor to leverage, because this will help us protect our combo and allow us to catch our opponent off guard. Now, Draven Scion is going to be a little bit of a tough one as well. This is for a similar reason that Ziggs Poppy kind of gives us a lot of trouble, in the fact that they have a lot of burn cards, a lot of removal cards, and can try to pick off our units if we let them go too low. Because they're also very fast on tempo, we're often blocking with our combo pieces like Riven and Vi, and then we have to be very careful about how many removal cards they have to finish them off, because we need to be very sparse with our survival skills and really only use them when we're attacking to ensure that they're protected on the turn that they swing. And then finally, we just don't really have the ability to deal with Scion, so if they're attacking on odds and drop leveled Scion on 7, it's often very hard to come back from that. And then finally, we have some of the decks like the Poppy Rally decks. These are the Lulu Poppy, whether that be in Ionia or Bandle City. We do have a little bit of ability to go toe-to-toe with tempo, and then we have cards like Twin Blade Revenant that are able to just pick off the generally low health and low attack statted units, as long as they don't have a Poppy buff on them, and kind of value trade our way down, while of course, again, they don't really have an interactive way of dealing with our combo, as well as we have survival skills to swing tempo. So you notice a very similar trend here. A lot of tempo board-wide strategies, we can swing tempo with the likes of survival skills, but against some of the decks with a little bit more burn and a lot higher tempo, we struggle a little bit just because we just don't lack that healing. So finally, we have 4 games that I will showcase to you guys. These will go over the concepts I talked about in the video, and it's very meticulous about planning each turn out and each turn forward. So if you want to really figure that out, I suggest just tuning into these videos, because they are super in-depth and they will showcase just how much detail goes into planning out my combos. So thank you guys for watching the deck guide portion of this so far. Please leave a like and subscribe if you are enjoying the daily content on this channel, and I'll catch you guys with the games. So peace out, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, this matchup should be fine. He can't deal with elusives. He could deal with fearsomes quite easily. We don't want any of these. Keeping these is not good if we don't have the discard fodder for it. Okay, this hand's better. A snipe Can I play this? No, I think I can get value out of it. This, and he could have a 1-drop. Okay, that's fine. That's really funny though, I will admit. How does he deal with Riven once she's level and has Blade? Can't, right? No, Vile Feast is nice. We'll take a little bit of damage here. We're gonna combo kill him faster than he can deal with us. I can spend this mana anytime. Toss a spell, sure. And potentially Black Spear, right? This hand is very heavy. I'm not gonna play in a Black Spear. I think I can just set up a kill in 2 turns. I don't think there's much of a point playing into Black Spear. It's not like it can kill me from this point. Oh wow, okay. Can I kill him? Hold on. I level Riven, cost 3, this is 5. I'm too short. Okay, so we don't kill him this turn. But we kill him next turn with Vi. Like, I just pump Vi, give it ambush, and then... it's slightly off. Alright, here's what we do. We play Vi, we jam the 3 blades onto it, push a bunch of damage. He, like, kills Vi, and then we ambush Riven with Rune Reckoner next turn. So this turn we just give Vi Overwhelm. Give it +2. I guess we give it quick attack. I play around Black Spear. No turn 5 lethal, unfortunately. It's gonna be hard making a turn 5, but this should just be easy turn 6. Yeah, so I can give like Riven the blade next turn. So I should be able to get turn 6 lethal here. I can also give Blade of Vi now. So I just play Blade, Runes, and I win. You could play like a 3/3 Nasus. Let's make sure we don't die this turn somehow. Because if we survive this turn, we also just win. That does nothing. He pulls this way. He's forced to attack this turn, otherwise you just win. But I can preempt this. I forget how much I missed this deck. Although I played it with Draven in the past. Yeah, this game's over. I didn't even need a block there. Yep, easy game. He had like the best curve he could have too, which was unfortunate. So just like 1 and 2, 2, 3 into Poppy. This is good. It's not good into the challenge or into the drag, which is actually a little bit scary. I don't think you can, like, survival's not good unless you can burst it out. I'm keeping this because I'm attacking on odds, or even, so I can play this and then attack with it. Yeah, this is gonna be rough, because he's just gonna play the Yordle Smith or like anything, and then he gets a free trade here. I still have to play this. The question is, which one do I discard? Given the fact that he already has the bird and can likely value trade this, I'm more inclined to discard the Lost Soul, because right now I only have 1 discard outlet. I do have 2 turns to draw another one, and this would allow me to play a card next turn. I also just play this as a 3/1 and it's practically the same thing. Because I could play this as a 3/1 and it's basically a 4/2, at least in this spot, I'm kind of happy discarding the Twin Blade Revenant or the Lost Soul, because that's my only discard right now. That's a good draw. Do I have to save Riz Fallen Rider now because I have the Rummage, just because I don't have cards to Rummage? What's my turn 3? Should I pass here? Sounds interesting. I want the option to be able to use this rummage. So there's a Yorlsmith just as I predicted. I can play Fallen Rider now to push 3, which is not good because he just trades on the off swing. I don't have a way of dealing with this per se. On turn 4, I'm just going to play Twin Blade Revenant. And next turn I can just rummage, try to find something to play, I guess. There's no point playing this when it just gets in for free. I missed the attack here, which was kind of silly. I could have attacked here for free. That's a good draw. This makes my rummage good. And that's scary. Get excited, get excited, get excited, get excited. Huh. That is a get excited. I can get rid of one of these ambushes. That's not the right one. Okay. So he's slowed down his game plan a lot. Next turn we have the Twin Blade Revenant, which gets rid of the Yorlsmith. If he passes, we do what? Because like when Poppy comes down, sure, I would love to just kill Poppy, but if I pass, he passes, plays Poppy, and then it just trades me for free regardless. Now the question is the Challenger more important than the Yorlsmith? Which is tough. He has a lot of cards that do the same thing, Bright Steel, Yordle, etc. But if I don't kill this now, I'm gonna have a hard time blocking his Poppy next turn. He can't say this either, and it's a value trade. Okay, that makes me feel good, because now if he plays, it's not a Poppy. It's likely going to play Poppy next turn. I have 2 Twin Blades which will trade into his Poppy. He's tapped out of Sharp Sight mana. He could still have a... whatchamacallit? Ranger's Resolve? Oh no, but Poppy costs 3. That's fine, I have another one. I'll pass here. So if he plays Poppy, I get to play... Yep, there's a Poppy. So, because he might have a... Actually, I shouldn't have passed, because I want to ambush and kill Poppy if he has like a... whatchamacallit. So I actually have to play Risen Rider this turn to block with Poppy instead of this Twin Blade, because I need to play around a Ranger's Resolve. And I'm gonna burn this ambush to do so. And if he doesn't have ambush, best case scenario. Yep. It still gives +2. Now we've killed most of his threats, he's running low on cards. His hand likely is bricked out with rallies, and then we have some challengers to try to finish the game off here. Ooh, I shouldn't have played this because it just trades, huh? Whoops. Probably should have played Vi. Probably not even gonna attack at all then. Just want to save the unit on board. I can go wide with Poro Cannon. That doesn't kill me. But he has a rally. Slightly awkward. I need to survive this turn, which shouldn't be too bad. And then how do I win next turn? Or how do I win in general? It's not a rally. It is still a rally, I guess. Am I dead here then? If I have to full block. So, say I do this. So if I do this, and then he rallies, I'm dead. Whereas if I keep this, I play this, I'm still dead. Ah, I see. I can draw Get Excited. And it doesn't really make a difference blocking here or not. Oh, but there's still a rally, I guess. This card's most definitely rally, right? Oh, I can't get excited. Okay, so hopefully this isn't exactly Pursuit. Damn. What a guy. Oh, but this still gives me an action, so I can just play Riven. But then, how do I win? I can Glinting Blade, trade this down, play Riven, block. That's fine. I'm still king no matter what? Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. I might have stabilized, honestly. It's very close. Because Vi gets to trade 1-for-1, and now these are unbuffed. Is Zonite better? I can start with Zonite. Oh, Riven is so good. And he's drawing bricks at this point. I should trade for Poppy. No. Now, he can't go wider than me. Yoran Arms isn't lethal unless he has exactly Yordle plus Rally, and then even that point I still have enough blockers. So now there's only one card left. It can't be Yordle plus Rally. I'm safe to play Vi here. And then next turn I should have lethal, hopefully. Oh, nice. Sick. Woo! Feel the octane pumping. Okay, what am I playing? TFGP. Attacking on odds. I need a 1-drop or better 2-drop. Keeping this is greedy just because we have much less outlets. We are attacking on evens, and this card is nuts. And just pray. Alright, sick. We found the Zonite Urchin, which is what we really wanted, and we found the... which is a 1-drop and a discard. Double Rummage is completely dead. This is really good. Gets to block this and kill it. Okay. Stone Stackers is really annoying. We can ambush it, which I think we will end up doing. But it just makes our board really susceptible to... what the fuck is this triple rummage shit, yo? I really want to do this onto here, but I just like get wrecked by like a Maker Rain next turn. I kind of need this Ballistic Bot for these rummages. I have the Twin Blade coming down next turn, but I don't want to take this damage either. That's so weird. I'm just gonna sack it like this, and this means I take 1 extra damage next turn, or on his next attack turn, of course. But next turn I play Twin Blade, so we can jam a couple Poros. People complain about 2-mana Rummage, feels fine, it's not as punishing as Stalking Shadows. That's, I mean, yeah. Like, mathematically, 1 to 2 is much worse than 2 to 3, but just the function of Rummage is much less bad compared to, like, Stalking. So obviously there's a give and take. This lets me Rummage into Survival. Not that I need to this turn, but... it's good that we're applying pressure. If he plays Lecturing Yordle, we could ambush it if we really wanted to. Which might be correct. But again, we set up the situation where we're super vulnerable to a Make It Rain. They can't really attack with this. I would prefer not to. Okay, interesting. I think that's smart from him. Again, we have to play around a... Like, if we attack here and he blocks here and then he does some, like, shit, we're kind of fucked. Maybe it was okay. He didn't red card off of Twisted Fate, which is really good, because otherwise the rest of our deck is quite weak to red card. Triple Rummage is still out here bricking my hand. We need to sack this off and then Rummage it this turn. At least try to. He can't play like another Twisted Fate, so... Alright, buddy. You got it. Yasuo Trundle Bandle Tree? You can't even do that. Oh lord. Have mercy on my soul. Why is he playing this card? That's so weird. Not that he shouldn't, but it's just strange seeing it. This is perfect. We had to sack this off and Rummage. Finally unbrick these stupid Rummages in our hand. I'm feeling pretty good. We have these huge ass ballistic bots that we're just gonna like ambush his ass. Sorry, I'm swearing quite a lot for no apparent reason, but... Oh yeah, there are more controller versions. Totally right. Survival Skills is really good. So streamer doesn't realize we're running Howling Abyss Trundle Bandle. Okay, buddy. You keep your copium-enabled dreams somewhere else. It's not worth going for this quite yet, so I'm just gonna play Twin Blade. And we can just like slowly whittle away at his health total for a bit. It's not worth jamming this because we can't protect it with survival. Sure. We need to keep survival skills for when we try to go for lethal. We have blocks. I'm gonna play this. Riven's a good draw. We need to find like a, ideally like an Overwhelm or something, just so we can have diversify of threats. I'm gonna play this because I just need to burn him out. I'm trying to kill him very soon because I have the ability to ambush plus survival. He's likely not afraid of this ballistic bot just because he feels like I can't get through at the moment. But that's soon gonna get flipped on his head. This Twisted Fate needs to die though. We do need to kill this Twisted Fate, huh? Which is fine, we can afford that. If he levels now with like a double draw, that's totally fine. I still have Rummage for the survival skills. I've heard you talk about Misfortune. Y'all talk about Misfortune over TF in some lists, blah blah blah. Is TF just better? Do they help you in different matchups? They're of course different, right? You can see the power of TF plus red card in a lot of matchups, right? Like, it's very hard to play around. Hang on, sorry. Interesting. We keep this up. She's just dead next turn. He's might move into kill. Like if he harpoons here, that's gonna suck, because then we don't have lethal anymore. Oh nice, okay, he's just dead then. He's quite dead. Make sure this is enabled because I've added that. Alright, sick. So is TF better than, or MF better than TF? That's an interesting question. Give me 1 second while I just win for a second. Why are you so surprised, my friend? They obviously matter in different matchups, right? The TFGP deck doesn't have many good 3-drops, and I think that what MF does there is gives you a good 3-drop to play, right? Darkness. Maybe this deck should play Mystic Shots. Do you have Otterpuss? We don't attack because he has the Twisted Catalyzer, which we would need to block. Poro Cannon, we don't have a discard outlet yet, so it's a little bit awkward, yeah. Okay. I will block with Riven if it comes down to it. I'm not sure what his past last turn would mean. If he had Vile Feast, I would have played it. It's fine. Oh, he could Whale here? That's not great. He could, like, Darkness my Riven. It's not great either. I don't want to pass here. Pass here sucks. Maokai Milth No Swan is too funny. I did see that somewhere. I wanna play this Zonite, but I just have nothing to do it with. I could Poro Cannon the Zonite, but then I'm very susceptible into a Withering Whale. I don't like passing here, but these ambushes seem very crucial. Survival Skills is good. Lets me Poro Cannon it. This is 8, this is 9. I'm 1 off. This is weird. What do I do here? I want to attack. Question becomes, how do I attack? Like, I could do something like this, right? And then try to kill him next turn. It's weird because I don't have... I could give this Overwhelm. How important is this Riven? Maybe Riven's too important. I don't want to commit too much either. Like, I just get mini-morphed here. But that's fine. I'll just do something like this. If he lets us through, I let it through too. Okay. Sucks, but to be expected. Darkness deals 3. Without a Vi, I'm feeling... Wait, what? Oh, that's so bizarre. I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, that's so weird, because what happened there was I was missing my 3rd blade fragment, but... And this is really strange. But because in... here's what I assume happened. In combat, it only recognized that I got the 3rd blade fragment after combat resolve, so I got 2 of the same ones, which normally I wouldn't get, right? So I'm actually fine rummaging one of these here. Oh, boo-hoo. Where were you earlier?
There's a lot of darkness out there. Let's make some of our own.
Can I kill him? I give Blade now, and then I ambush with Poro Cannon. It's not lethal, is it? But I have to spend mana somehow. This is my win condition. I'm pretty much all in on Riven here. I just hope that he goes for like the darkness and not another sort of like weird shenanigan thing. We're just all in here, hope that we get there kind of deal. Hope there's not a whale. +2. +2 is fine. We're just all in here. We don't even get there though. Now we have to play Ballistic Bot.
Once I stamp papers, now faces.
That's totally fine.
No turning back now.
12 plus 6, that's not even lethal? Jeez. Here's the plan. This is 12 plus 6 plus 2, so here's the plan. We get him to play Darkness by passing here and acting like that's a mistake, and then we just Poro Cannon. Oh, it deals 3? What am I doing? Oh, we lose then. We lose either way? So we need a 2-turn him? I guess we still go for it? Is this just this round? It is just this round? Oh, how do we get there? If I had Ruined Reckoner, I just win this turn, but I just don't draw the right cards when I need them. I guess you guys just attack.
Moving in.
What's lethal? I did put the 2 damage. So Riven only counts on the first time each round. It's not like every buff that she gets.
Concentrated forgiveness.
And now Riven's gonna die next turn to the darkness. Maybe I'm supposed to kill Senna, but I could have, but I was thinking I needed to use it to kill. Oh, but this is fast speed, shit. Oh my god, wait. You guys see the play? I see the play, but do you guys see the play? So here's something really cool. I play survival skills. Then he goes in for the darkness here. He doesn't heal because Zonite. He doesn't heal. And then I have... So I have 11 men. I need to play this plus this. That's 7. That's 11. That's 4 plus 5. I'm 1 off again? Bro, can this not happen to me every time?
Much to answer for.
Oh, I'm still 1 off. But I have to play survival skills now. He goes in to kill the Riven. Like, I could have killed Senna, but then I also needed survival skills to win the game. It's like a weird mix of things. Because right now he doesn't heal. Like, this is the window to try to kill him, right? But I'm just 1 off. I'm actually just 1 off. I just hope that this ignition kills him. because what I did here... Yes! Let's go! Oh! So what I did there was I played survival skills, and if you guys don't know the interaction between lifesteal and survival skills, because the Zonite Urchin has 1 health and it can't die, if the Ixtali attacked into it, it actually deals 0 damage and heals for 0. So because I set up that turn where he could only kill my Riven, or at least pretty much he could only kill my Riven, I could get in 5 damage with the ballistic bot. Ideally it would have been 6 damage, but because he gave up, he didn't have any healing to stop the ignition next turn. So that was nice.